I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide in me and I in them bear much fruit, because apart from me you can do nothing. Whoever does not abide in me is thrown away like a branch and withers. Such branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask for whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples. Well, here we are. Big day, right? A day that has been in the making for over a year now, year and a half. And a day that's been much anticipated, I know, by the both of you, and absolutely by every person in this room who's here gathered to share in your joy and to love and support you in your marriage together. The Gospel of John tells us that God is the vine and that we are the branches. What an appropriate image for a wedding, to remember that all good things in life come from God the Father. This love that you share comes from God the Father. The relationship that you share and the life that you'll be building together comes from God the Father. All of the faces of support and love that are out in the room here today with us are gifts from God the Father. And all of these things God has given to you to support you and to sustain you and to keep you in your life in God and in your life in one another. You see, a marriage isn't complete without the vine. The gospel text tells us that without the vine, the branches wither up and die. And we know that that is not the future God has in mind for you or for your marriage. Instead, God has provided you with all of these gifts. The gifts of family and friends, the gift of your faith, and the gift of one another to sustain you in this life, whatever may come. The good stuff, the bad stuff, the kind of stuff. God is there with you, just as God is with you today, and just as God will be with you tomorrow and every day. So on this, your wedding day, when there's a lot of attention paid to beautiful dresses and good food and fellowship, I ask that you remember today is just a day. It's just a day, like any other day. It just so happens to be the day that you join your lives in marriage. Today is not just the end of all the planning and the end of all the wedding stress. It's the beginning of forever. When you make your vows to one another, you'll promise to be together until you are separated by death. That's a long time. There's a lot that can happen between today and death. Ask anybody who's been married a long time, they'll tell you. And there will be times, I guarantee there will be times when you wake up in the morning and you look at the person next to you in bed and think, what have I done? And I'm telling you right now, that's okay. Because anybody who's been married has had that experience of rolling over in bed thinking, what have I done? But more often than not, when you wake up in the morning and you look at one another, your hearts will be filled with joy and love at the gift that God has brought into your life of companionship and support. And in the times when you think, what have I done? God is there to assure you that you've done the right thing and to give you guidance in all that you do in your life. And if you look out at the faces of all of these people, all of the people who have gathered here today for you, you know that God has provided them for you as well. When you need help, when you need encouragement, when you need someone to celebrate with you in your joy. These people, those who are gathered here today, are going to be that for you. They are God's presence in your life. So thank them for their support. And don't forget that they're there for you no matter what, in the good times and in the bad. Because God is the vine, the provider of all good things. provider of life and support and love for you today, tomorrow, and always. Amen. We'll now sing together the hymn Amazing Grace. It can be found in the red hymnals in front of you, toward the rear of the hymnal, number 779. Joseph and Jessica, I invite you to declare your vows to one another. I, Joseph, take you, Jessica, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, in joy and in sorrow, in plenty and in want, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. This is my solemn vow. I, Jessica, take you, Joseph, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, in joy and in sorrow, in plenty and in want, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. This is